Hello, my power plants, and welcome back to this week's countdown. Now, this week's countdown is going to be the top 5 video game franchises with the best music. And without further ado, let's get going with number 5. Number 5 on this list is going to be the Mario series. And I'm sure at least one track from Mario's popped into your head, whether it be the classic 8-bit from the Super Nintendo era, or something more recent like One Up Girl. The Mario franchise has always had solid, if not great, music. And there's not much else to say. I'm sure you all have a favorite track, and I, for one, can't really be asked to choose. It's like choosing your favorite slice of chocolate cake. They're all just so good. But anyway, let's move on to number 4, the Pokemon series. And this is another franchise with a long and storied history of great tracks. And my personal favorite is the X and Y Legendary Battle theme. But I can definitely understand any and all favorites because all of Pokemon's music is great, especially those people who do the remixes like Glitch City. They are just incredibly talented and make everything sound somehow even more wonderful than it already was. Anyway, let's move on to number 3, the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, you've heard me ramble on about Kingdom Hearts enough, so I'm just going to say that the tracks in Kingdom Hearts, they're great with context, without context, and I still feel myself tearing up whenever I hear Shion's theme. It's just, the music makes Kingdom Hearts, in my opinion. You have this somewhat silly concept, and you give it this powerful music, and everything is right in the world. But with that said, let's move on to number 2, the Sonic series. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog, especially with the new movie on the horizon that's terrifying the Jiminy out of small children, has had a long history of having subpar games. But somehow, even in the worst of games, it still has great music. Like Spragonia Day and Green Hill Zone. Both great, both for different reasons. And Sonic probably wouldn't even have survived this long if it weren't for its great soundtracks. But anyway, with that said, it's time to move on to number 1, the Legend of Zelda series. Now, the Legend of Zelda series isn't one I grew up with, but I've always heard the Legend of Zelda music. From Zelda's Lullaby to Midna's Lament to the opening theme for Breath of the Wild. They all are firmly rooted in my memory, and I love each and every one of them. I don't know what I can say that hasn't already been said by people who are smarter than me, but just know that if it's good music, I'll appreciate it. Even if I can't find the words to properly express why I love it, it's just about all music has a special place in my heart. And there you have it. You have the Mario, Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts, Sonic, and of course Legend of Zelda. Thank you for joining me for this week's countdown. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the little dingly bell, and tell a friend. And remember to watch out for next week, which is going to be a top 10. But until then, get off my lawn, you filthy casuals.